Hello everyone and welcome back to Rice Fix. And guys, I have come here just to warn you guys. Before watching this video, let me give you a heads up. Guys, see that you don't skip this video even a bit, because this is a very important video, and if you guys do something wrong or if you put a part in a wrong way, then you are going to suffer for it, guys. So watch the video cautiously, in detail, in depth, see which side I am putting the parts. See where the parts are located, see what are the functions of the parts. Watch the full video first before you go and carry out the repairs, because if you put one small part in a wrong way, then first of all, it will be very difficult for you to put everything back in place. And secondly, while driving your car, you can face problems with your brakes. So don't take this video lightly, guys. This video looks easy, but when you go to do it, you will come to know that it is not that easy. So this is just a warning from me to you guys, because I want you guys to learn properly and I want you guys to carry out the repairs properly, and I don't want you guys to face any problems. With having said that, let's get the video started.
So before you do anything, guys, you will have to lift your car and you will have to put it on the stand like this, and you will have to take out both your air tires, because you can't replace brake shoes only on one side, guys. You will have to do it on both the sides, and you should be having two stands like this, because in the end you will have to check the tightness of your brake if it is working properly. So once you are done taking out your tire, you will have to take out this casing. Now on this casing there will be a screw. Now this screw you will have to take out. Now this screw will be very tight. To take this screw out, you might have to use an impact screwdriver, but if this screw comes out easily, then you are very lucky. So here I am going to use my impact screwdriver. So you will have to place the impact screwdriver like this, and you will have to bang it with a hammer. Once you bang it like this, your screw will become loose easily, and once this screw becomes loose, you can take it out easily like this. So once you take this screw out, now you can take out this casing. So you will have to pull the casing out like this. Sometimes this casing doesn't come out easily like this. If that happens, you will have to tap it with a hammer and gently take it out. So once you take this out, let's see what is inside of the casing. And as you guys can see, inside there are two brake shoes, there is a fluid cylinder, there will be many springs inside, there will be clips inside. Now if all these things, if you don't know how to put them back properly, then it will be hard time for you to put everything back. That is the reason why I have told you first only in this video, don't skip this video even a bit. So both these clips you will have to take out first. Then inside here, as you guys can see, there is a big spring, which is said that it is very difficult to put it back. And if you see on the bottom side, you will notice that there is a spring here as well. Then behind this entire assembly, you will notice that there is a rubber cap. As you guys can see, there is a rubber cap here. You can pull this rubber cap out. When you take that rubber cap out, from outside only, you can adjust your handbrake. How to adjust that, I will show you later in this video. So the first thing that you will have to do is you will have to take out this clip. If you see this clip on the back side, as you guys can see, this is the part of that clip which can rotate. So you will have to make use of a nose plier, and you will have to rotate this lock pin. When you try to rotate this lock pin, then sometimes it rotates along with the clip. If that happens, you will have to use a big screwdriver like this and block the clip from rotating. And when you put a screwdriver inside like this, then you will have to hold this lock pin with a nose plier like this, and you will have to rotate it. Once you rotate it, it will get released, and once it is released, you can take this clip out easily like this. How this clip looks like, you guys can see that here. Now don't lose this clip, guys, because you need this clip when you are putting in your new brake shoes. So see that you keep it in a safe place. Now it is not a very big thing to take everything out, guys, but while putting everything back inside, you might face some difficulties. And as you guys can see how this lock pin is passed through this hole, guys. Then you will have to go on the other side, and you will have to release the clip from the other side as well. And by using the same style, you will have to release this side clip as well. So here I am done taking both the clips out. Once you are done taking out both the clips, you will have to use your nose plier again, and you will have to release the big spring. You will have to pull it and release it from the hole. Now sometimes it becomes difficult to release the spring from the back side, because there is a slightly fatter side of the spring. If it is not coming out that side, then you can pull it from the front side as well and take it out from the loop. So here my spring is released, and this is the spring that I have just taken out from my brake shoes. I will just show you how I took out the spring from the other tire as well. because when you are replacing the brake shoes, you will have to replace the brake shoes from both the sides. So like this, you will have to hold the spring and pull it out from in front like this. Like this, your spring will be released. So once you release the spring, now you can very easily replace your brake shoes. But how dirty it is here, you guys can see that. So I will have to clean that first, and why this part is here, that also I will show you later in this video. There are many tiny parts inside here, guys, so you will have to watch this video very minutely and carefully, because all these parts, what they are used for, you should understand that first, because when you are doing this repair, you should not face any problem. Now still guys, your one brake shoe is not totally separated from the assembly. Now this is the bottom spring which had fallen down here. Now for this brake shoe, your handbrake cable will be connected. So you will have to pull this cable with your hand and you will have to slide it out like this. Once you slide it out like this, both your brake shoes are now totally separated from the car. Now from which side you have taken out what part, all those things, you will have to keep a note on it. Now on this part there is a adjustment right here, which you can adjust from outside, but you cannot loosen this guys. This is a handbrake tightening system. So from this hole which I had shown you before, you can take this rubber cap out. Once you take the rubber cap out, you can put a screwdriver inside and you can turn this thing and tighten your handbrake. How to tighten it, I will show you later in this video guys. So keep watching the video. So these are all the parts which I have taken out from my drum brakes. So how all these parts are inside of the drum, that I will arrange and I will show you properly first. So all these parts are placed inside the drum somewhat like this. So using the same style, you will have to put all these parts inside. How to put all these things back, I will show you guys, so you don't have to worry at all. So all these parts, I will keep them in a safe place. So when all these parts are taken out, see that you check your brake cylinder as well, if it is pressing properly and if it is working properly. So here my brake cylinder is working fine. It is going in and out properly. Now how to replace this brake cylinder, that also I will show you in some other video. So once you are done checking this, let's go and take out all the parts which are there on the old brake shoes. Now on this part, as you guys can see that there is a spring and there is a bronze extension. So you will have to pull this spring and take it out, and this bronze extension guys, you will have to take it out and keep it in a safe place, because you will have to put this back on your new brake shoes. Now on which side the spring is, that also you will have to see very carefully, and this bottom spring I will take it out and keep it in a safe place as well. And this is my other brake shoe, and you cannot take out anything from this brake shoe. The handbrake extension comes along with the new brake shoe as well. Now my brake shoes guys are not used that much as well. First I thought that my brake shoes had very little meat on them. But guys, when I bought the new brake shoes, I came to know that these brake shoes still have plenty meat on them. Now because I have bought the new brake shoes, so I will put in the new brake shoes only. Then as you guys can see, there are some points here where your brake shoes touch the plate. Now on all these parts you will have to apply little bit amount of grease. Now how to apply that grease, that also I will show you later in this video, so don't worry about it. But the first thing that you will have to do here is you will have to take some petrol, but this petrol should not touch the rubber which is there on your cylinder, otherwise that rubber can get spoiled. So you will have to clean very carefully here by using petrol. It is even better if you use a brake cleaner to clean this. You can directly spray the brake cleaner if you have one and clean the interior like this. But at the moment I don't have a brake cleaner. That is the reason why I am making use of petrol here, and I have cleaned the interior nicely. Once you are done scrubbing, see that you wipe everything with a dry clean cloth. And once you are done wiping, see that you also clean the casing with petrol, because inside the casing also there is lots of dust. So once you are done cleaning both these things, now you are ready to put in the new brake shoes. So come on, let's open the new brake shoes. So these are my new brake shoes. Now new brake shoes cost me 827 rupees. Now these are both sides brake shoes guys, and while purchasing the brake shoes, you cannot purchase the brake shoes from one side. You'll have to purchase from both the sides, and they come in the same box as well. Now come on, let's compare old brake shoes with new brake shoes by keeping them side to side. And as you guys can see, there is very less difference between the old brake shoes and the new brake shoes. So my old brake shoes, I can still use them for a very long time. Now because I have purchased the new brake shoes, I will put in the new brake shoes. Now from the old brake shoes, you had taken out this spring and this part. These parts you will have to put on the new brake shoe now. So put the bronze part here, and this spring you will have to put it on the right side. Now which side I am putting the spring, see that you watch that carefully, because if you put back inside something in a wrong way, then your fitting will not be proper. See in which gap this spring fits, on what side the spring goes up. Just watch that carefully. Now this part has a very important role to play guys. This part is not here just for fun. Now the job of this part is when the meat on your brake shoes gets less or when your brake shoes wear out, your brake will start to loosen. So this part tightens the brake automatically. Now how it tightens the brake, I will show you later in this video. So don't worry about it. Once you're done with that, get your other brake shoe and pass the handbrake cable through that brake shoe now. Once you connect the handbrake cable, the next thing that you will have to do is the clip which we had taken out from this brake shoe, that clip you will have to put back now. But before you put the clip back, the points which I had shown you, on all those points you will have to apply grease like this. On which points I am applying the grease, just watch that carefully. Now once you are done applying the grease, the first thing that you will have to do is you will have to wash your hands. Otherwise all that grease will come on your brake shoes and your new brake shoes will get spoiled easily. So wash your hands first and come back. Then put this brake shoe in position and now you will have to put back the clip which you had taken out. So keep the clip pressed with one hand and you will have to make use of a nose plier, press the clip and simultaneously rotate the lock pin. So here my one brake shoe is now in position. Then you will have to come on the bottom side and then you will have to connect this spring to both the brake shoes. Now once you connect this spring to both brake shoes, it should look something like this. It should go under this loop like this and both the side rods which connect the brake shoes should be on the top side like this. So like this you will have to put that spring back. Then you will have to put this brake shoe in position. Once you put this brake shoe in position, where this brake shoe rests, that I will show you here. If you come a little bit closer, then you guys can see through this gap where this brake shoe rests inside of the assembly. If you don't rest this brake shoe on this part, then it will not stay in place guys. And the next thing that we'll have to do is we'll have to put this part inside. You can separate this part as well guys, as you guys can see. But you'll have to keep in mind guys, this shorter side will always be on the inside and this rotating side will always face the front of your car. Means it will face the engine. Even if you are putting this part on the other side, it should still face in front. Now just understand this part properly guys. When you put in the new brake shoes, see that you bring it up till here and keep it here. Because you can tighten this part later on guys, but you cannot loosen it. Why, that I will show you later in this video. So don't worry. So first you will have to rotate this part and take it up till here and keep it here. Then you will have to put this part inside like this and it should fit inside of this brake shoe groove. One more important thing I want to show you guys here. Sometimes this bronze part shakes and falls down when you are putting everything back. Now to put this spring back, you don't have to take out the entire brake shoes again. You just have to slide the brake shoe a little bit out like this and you can pass this spring inside of the hole from this side only. Then hold it with a finger like this. Then put this bronze part inside properly. Then get a nose plier and hold the spring like this. Then make use of a tester or a screwdriver and put the spring in position. If it is not gone in position properly, then adjust it with the nose plier. So like this you can put the spring back without taking out the brake shoes. And now comes another important part, and that is guys, you will have to push this brake shoe inside properly. If this brake shoe doesn't go inside properly, then it will become very difficult for you to put back the final spring. But before that, I will put back the clip which I had taken out from this brake shoe. So put back the clip and by making use of a nose plier, hold the lock pin and push the clip inside at the same time and rotate the lock pin. It looks very easy here guys, but when you try it by yourself, this can be very difficult. It is not that easy guys. But if you follow my video, then you can put this back very easily. So here your second brake shoe also is now in position. Now the next thing that you will have to do is this brake tightening mechanism should come on top of this rod. And how this part is gone inside of the brake shoe, you guys can see that here. It should go inside like this first guys. If this part doesn't go inside like this, then it will be very difficult for you to put back the final spring. So by making use of a screwdriver, you will have to bring this brake shoe closer and this brake tightening mechanism should go as much inside as possible inside of this brake shoe. And it should be on top of the bronze plate. And on the other side, this mechanism should go inside of this groove which I had shown you earlier. As you guys can see how I have put that inside of that groove. So once you adjust this on both the sides, then only you can go ahead and start to put the spring back. Otherwise it is going to be very difficult to put this spring back. Now how to tighten this brake, that I will show you further in this video. So don't worry about it. Still the video is not over. So once you are done bringing both the brake shoes close, you will have to get your big spring and you will have to put the spring inside of this hole. Once you put the spring inside of that hole, you will have to get your long screwdriver. I don't have a long screwdriver here. That is the reason why I'm making use of this small screwdriver which came along with my cycle. I had got it free. It is slightly short. That is the reason why it is slightly difficult to put the spring back, guys. So you will have to pass this screwdriver through the spring like this, and the screwdriver you should put inside of the hole where you will be putting the spring first. Then you will have to pull the spring with the help of the screwdriver like this. Now by keeping it pulled, you will have to make use of another screwdriver or a tester, and you will have to slide the spring inside of the hole like this. Once you slide that spring inside, your spring will go inside of the loop like this. Then you can obviously adjust it with a nose plier, and this part just watch carefully. It should come above this tiny rod here, and it should come on top of that bronze part as well. Now this bronze part, watch carefully guys, it is stuck on the wheel like this. Now why this is stuck on the wheel, that also I will show you further in this video, so keep watching. Now this spring guys, you can put this side of the spring first in the loop and then use the screwdriver and pull the spring from the other side as well. So you can do it on both the sides. I have done it this side because I had taken this spring out from this side, so I wanted to show you guys how to put it back on this side. Now many times guys, this bronze part keeps falling when you are putting the spring back. So if you are facing problem like that, then put the spring first on this side and pull the spring from the other side and put it inside the loop. So with this, my brake shoes are now replaced guys. So before I put the casing back, I will take a sandpaper and I will lightly sand both my brake shoes with a sandpaper like this, so that I get a good braking performance. Once you are done sanding, see that you wipe it with a dry clean cloth. And once I am done wiping, now I will put back the casing. But I will not put back the screw yet, because I am still not done yet, because you will have to check your handbrake first. So put back your casing. If it is not going back properly, then use a hammer and tap it inside like this. Once you put it inside properly, rotate it and check if it is rotating. So my wheel is rotating. The next thing that you will have to do is you will have to go inside your car and you will have to pull your handbrake. Now as you guys can see, my handbrake is coming totally up and it has become totally loose. So if your handbrake is like this, you'll have to take out the casing again. This is the reason why I had told you not to put the screw back. Now this thing you will have to check by putting cover back on both the sides. By putting only one cover back, you cannot check this guys. So once you take both the covers out, as you guys can see, I can rotate this wheel and I can tighten the handbrake from here. So I will keep on tightening this wheel. Now see that you count the rotations that you do on this wheel. Because if you do 2 turns on this side, you will have to go on the other side and you will have to do 2 turns as well. Then put the casing back, check the brake. If it is tight enough, then you can put the screw back, or you will have to take out the casing again and tighten this wheel again. Now because of this job, I have bought a new long screwdriver, as you guys can see. Now this same thing you can even do by taking the rubber cap out from the back side of this assembly, which I had shown you earlier. But I am not going to touch that rubber cap guys. I am going to tighten it from here only. Now before I put the casing back, I will press the brakes and I will show you what happens inside of this. Now if you tighten this wheel too much, then your handbrake can become very tight. And to loosen this handbrake, you will have to take out the main spring and rotate this wheel on the other side. That is the reason why take 1 or 2 turns at a time and check your handbrake performance. So now I will press the brakes and I will show you guys. So here I have pulled my handbrake, and by pulling the handbrake, you guys can see how my brake shoes are moving. And now I will press my main brake, but I will not press the main brake fully guys. If you press it fully, it will pull the spring too much and the bronze part and all will start to fall guys. So never do that. This I am doing just to show you guys. So here I have pressed the main brake, and the moment I press the main brake, you guys can see this bronze part, how it is moving and how it is going down. Now this bronze part is stuck inside of that wheel. You guys saw that earlier. So as the brake shoes are getting used up, this part will go on tightening your brakes automatically. This is an automatic system guys. This is the job of this part. Now you will have to put back the casing on both the sides, check your brakes, and if your handbrake is working properly, and if you like the tightness of it, then put back the screw and tighten it properly. Now to tighten the screw, I am making use of an impact screwdriver. I will make a separate video on that tool guys, showing you how to use it. So don't worry about it. So guys, I'm hoping that this video was useful to you, and I'm hoping that you have learnt a lot in this video. So that's all in this video guys, and I will see you guys in my next video. Till then, bye and take care.